put us all on the map.
Oh man, Pac-Man, that's my boy right there, man.
And he said, Naheem, did you ever think you would be on the same field as AP? And my answer was literally hell no.
Nobody tell me what I ain't gonna be no more.
Hey, even to this day, OJ don't want no problem.
OJ, that's my dog though, man. For real. Respect.
Hello, everyone. It's Cody Purdue.
And it's Will Richardson.
And we're pleased to welcome you into another episode of the Sideline Story Podcast. Just a reminder that today's episode is brought to you by the good folks at TGK Athletics. TGK Athletics is the number one training facility in Maine, specializing in football and basketball for youth athletes. Log on to tgkathletics.com for more info or download the TGK app. What's going on, Will?
Nothing much, dog. Nothing much. Same old, COVID and everything still going on, still trying to stick with all the training and everything. Pilates is actually doing big things for me. My center, Brandon Linder, he been telling me for the longest, as well as my strength coach, that it would help me, but it's definitely helping a lot. It's getting my hips on track. I can just feel my whole body starting to connect, and people think that the NFL is all about strength. Well, yeah, it is about strength, but what keeps you in the NFL for the longest is what is about more than strength is longevity. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the Pilates that I've been doing is helping out a lot. The yoga's going really good. Still kicks my ass here and there, but it's definitely getting better and better. Definitely getting back into the feel of it, but pretty much doing everything I can to stay productive, bro. We've been doing a lot with the podcast. We have a lot of good guests coming up for the fans coming these coming weeks. I'm just ready to, just keep going. Hopefully camp and everything comes back here. I think they said the 25th or the 28th. And I guess here shortly we'll hear about that and everything for all the fans who are wondering. And I'll let you go ahead and tell what you've been up to, bro. Same thing since you down here with me.
Same thing, bro. Pilates, 7 a.m., yoga 5 days a week, training 5 to 6 days a week. Oh, yeah. Playing Call of Duty every day. That's an everyday thing.
Oh, yeah. And you whooped us in Monopoly last night.
Yeah. I'm not much of a board game guy. You talked me into it, and then I had to get you off of there. But without further ado, it's my pleasure to introduce our next guest. Well, without further ado, it's my pleasure to introduce our next guest, Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback, former Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback. We have an actual live aerospace major on here. It's probably the smartest guy. No, it's not probably the smartest guy in the NFL. Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback, Josh Dobbs. What's up, Josh?
What's up, guys? What's up, Will? What's up, Cody? Thanks you guys for having me.
Already, bro. We're pleased to have you on, Josh, bro. It's crazy because, up until, this year in the league, I knew about you, but I never knew about the Josh Dobbs outside of football, and I feel like we had mentioned this to our fans a lot, that, a lot of players in the league, we do a lot outside of football. It's a lot of people who are really smart in the NFL, I always like to introduce you as a student athlete because it's, what I'm saying? Because I always put that first because, the NFL stands for not for long, It's truly an honor, bro, just to be in front of a human specimen like you, dog. Yeah. And it was just truly an honor to meet you this year, bro.
I appreciate it, man. I think you kind of hit it on the head. I think we, as athletes, especially being a professional athlete, people try to paint us a lot into a box as, people try to make it seem like the only value we provide to whether it's our local community or really any environment is our athletic ability. And it's been really powerful, I think, to see how that's changed very recently. I've always seen myself as an athlete, of course, but as a multifaceted, multi-skilled person. And I can provide value in many ways, as you see that as well. So I think being able to, have other interests outside of just sports and just football is really interesting personally. And then to be able to share those interests with you, my teammate, other teammates or fans, whoever it may be, it's really fun to talk about it.
For sure, bro. For sure. And even before we get into the astrophysics and all that, and even the football, bro, just tell us a little bit what's been going on with COVID. Just share what's been tough for you, and tell us about some of the good times, some of the good things for you during COVID.
Yeah, I've been on your similar plan. It was funny. So I went to rep meetings in Miami in March, and we were there out in Miami the week that COVID hit. As in the last day the places out there to go out were open, we were there. And then when I was getting on the plane coming back from Miami from rep meetings was the day the NBA shut down, and eventually the country shut down. So it was a very interesting time to kind of like see how quick it just hit like that. But it's been productive. I think it personally, I know it's been a different time period for especially us athletes because we were used to having OTAs and then being that rhythm going into summer, then into camp. I think it's been productive to kind of step back and really have, as you said, there's not much to do but, perfect your craft. So I've been in Jacksonville I've seen you do, we got the home gym rocking, got the workouts going.
Yes.
I've been on the yoga app too. Been getting the throwing routine as well, about 3 or 4 times a week.
Okay.
So I've been able to get in a good routine. It's been productive. I'm feeling good. But yeah, as you said, hopefully we get camp and hopefully everything gets back to normal as quickly as possible.
Yeah, bro. I think the hardest thing, I actually was on the Jaguars radio show this morning, and they asked me just kind of like what's been the hardest thing about the COVID. And like for me, what I told them was just pretty much like for offensive linemen, just how like it's harder for us, like being that we can't get out and just throw, we actually have to get that physical contact for us to get used to the game, So that's definitely going to be the difficult part of that for sure. But training and everything, that's also been going good on my side, as I said. Definitely, bro. The home gym is the way to go. I felt like, I was tired from going to Dallas and then having to come back here worrying about stuff and then going back out to Dallas. I'm like, I might as well just like spend some money, put me a couple grand into putting my home gym in my house and just settle it that way, bro. That's just the way perfect. I felt, I noticed a lot of people been doing it.
I was with you. I got with Milo. And it was funny when it first hit, I was trying to figure out, okay, what am I going to do? I was in Atlanta. All the gyms shut down quick. Couldn't just go in. So all I had up there was the adjustable Bowflex dumbbells that go from like 2.5 pounds to 50 pounds. You only could do so much with that. So I went to Target, Walmart, whatever store I could find. I came back down here. I have a Peloton. I ended up getting with Milo, got the whole rack installed.
Yeah, me.
Now I got a pretty cool outdoor gym. You can get out there, get some work. I saw you put yours in your living room. Next to your couch.
Yeah, bro. Like literally, I'm about to get rid of the couch. I'm just gonna turn my whole living room into a gym. I'm gonna get a Stairmaster and I'm gonna put mats all down. And I'll probably get like a lat pull down machine, like where I can change the triceps and stuff like that. And then I probably get some type of glute machine, like a glute ham raise machine or something like that.
Those are the last 2 things I need too. I'm on that same page. I got to figure out the best spot to get those.
Yeah, and I got to get a better bike. The bike that I have right now is too small. Like it's not tall. The seat doesn't go high enough for me. So it kind of stops when I'm on there for 20, 30 minutes. After that, I'm like, I can't deal no more.
Have you looked into a Peloton?
To a Peloton? No, I haven't heard of those, bro. They like that?
Look into them. They're like, so it's like a spin class. You get on it. You can pick like classes. So I do back during OTA period, I'll get on and do like a 30-minute ride and you hop in a class. There's an instructor, pick it based on your music. They tell you what tempo, what resistance to go. They kind of direct you through the class. You can do anything from like a 10-minute ride to a 45-minute ride. Really? You want. They got all different types. Like they got Tabata, HIIT ride, hills ride, or warm-up rides, cool-down rides, whatever you want. And then you can they have yoga side of the app. They have like ab workout side of the app. But I mean, it's good. I just hop on it every morning, boom, get a good warm-up in, and then boom, go about my day. So you're still getting good training, and it kind of takes the off always having to feel like you got to go run to get your cardio in.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I'm about to look into it, bro. I'm definitely going to look.
Put you on game.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Because I haven't heard of it. I heard of the Nordic and everything like that, but the only thing with them is they be OC expensive though. Like,
yeah.
See, that's the part you didn't talk about. Like,
I didn't talk about that.
Yeah,
I did not talk about that.
Yeah, be OC.
I did not talk about that.
But yeah, definitely worth it though, bro, because I saw the same thing with like the Nordic track. They have like the Nordic track machines and they kind of work similar in the same way. Like you got the instructors on it. The one that I actually have the Nordic row machine, and it comes with like Android tablet, and you can set it up to where you can use like iFit, I think it's called, and you can set it up to where it tracks like your fitness while you're on the machine and stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty dope, bro.
So Josh, you touched on it a little bit. Talk about like, getting together. I've seen some videos. Our guy, Andy Varnes, actually, he shoots for Will and I, shoots a bunch of videos for Will working out. And I saw you on his page, and he does quite a bit of work with you. Talk about like, getting out there a couple times a week, throwing routes with, different pro guys and other college guys and things like that, how that's been going.
Yeah, it's been productive. I think the biggest thing during this time period is getting that game simulated reps and game timing. Especially for me, coming from Pittsburgh at the middle of the season, I never truly got that off-season rapport with the guys and the timing down. So my goal down here was to maximize the time around DJ, Keelan, James, Divine, some of the new guys who came into town, and get a chance to throw with them. Chris Conley was in town as well, Terry Godwin. So get a chance to throw with them, get on the same page, get, rhythm and timing. And then as we jumped into our virtual meetings, the goal was to simulate like an OTA day. So we would have meetings in the morning. We did a couple virtual walkthroughs. And then from there, we would go out to the field and kind of like install what we did in the meetings and then go out and run the plays, line up in the formation. So it's been productive to still be able to get that normal day simulation as you would have had during your off-season training routine, even though we've been in quarantine. Of course, you got to be smart with your distancing and you can't have too big of a group, but it's been good to see, one, like the guys excited to get out there and work and build that chemistry. And then two, to get an opportunity to get those reps because they're really important. So now when we get to camp, not like we haven't thrown since last December, we can just hop on and hit the ground running from where we picked up from June or July.
Definitely. And I think Will touched on it a little bit in our last podcast. It's different for offensive linemen where he can't get out there and move people like where you guys can get out there and y'all can throw routes on air all day. You can go out there for an hour and you can throw every route in the route tree. But with him, getting individual work is a lot harder. Like he was talking about, you got to get with your guys, be able to fit your gap schemes, things like that. And it's hard to do that while social distancing and not being around the guys.
Right. It's really interesting. I think it's going to be really, I think you're going to be able to see who maximizes this time period when we get back to camp. Because I know it's different for the guys up front. That's they live within 6 feet of each other. That's their world. That hand-to-hand combat, that physicality of the game. So the guys that weren't being creative with their training mechanisms, you're going to kind of see it show. So it's good to see that like guys like Will are already thinking about, okay, this is what I'm missing. Okay, let me try my best to simulate that in my practice routine so I can be as close to normal when we get back to camp.
Yeah, that's the best way you can do it, bro. When it comes to moving 300-pounders, bro, you ain't really like you can lift, you can do whatever you want to, bro. But until you go out there and you have to and then just like for receivers and quarterback, it's a lot of repetition stuff, bro. Like repetition, me getting beside Jawan or me getting beside Norwell, and like us going through like plays and seeing blitzes together, not only just the on the field but the mental aspect of it too, especially with the OC coming in, But I'd say a good thing for us is that Hop is returning. And for our fans, that's Coach George Warhop. That's our offensive line coach here for the Jaguars. I'm very fond of that guy. He's taught me a lot. I can truly say I'm thankful that he's coming back with us. I'm glad that we got him back this year.
Because you have that, I guess you just have that consistency in the room. It's good. Like the run game will be pretty much the same. Protections will be pretty much the same. So we have that to fall back on from last year.
Like names and stuff are changing, but my technique won't change because I had the same coach. Like, you know what I'm saying? Different coaches teach different techniques. So at least I know coming into this year, I can still focus on that same technique that I had to focus on last year. So, and not only that, I'm focusing on left tackle as my priority this year. So
to be able to kind of focus. Last year, you were everywhere. I remember one game you were at tackle, the next game you were at guard. It's like
exactly
all over the place.
Exactly.
So that consistency at one position will be good for you.
Yeah.
And and I know Will can attest to this. I can honestly say, since I've known this man since 8th grade, right now, like if the season started tomorrow, he'd be ready, like to go out there and play 16 games. Like this is the best shape I have ever seen him in, like since I've known him. Like the stuff we touched on, that the workouts, like the intensity with like the way he's training, like I kid you not, this is the most elite shape I've seen him in the time that, like, since he's been playing football, college or pro.
I'm with you, Will. Let's get it.